talk about the GTA 6 reveal. Now, what are you guys expecting to see in this thing?
Yeah, GTA 6. Now, the thing about GTA 6 too is they leaked. I remember last year they leaked actually footage of the gameplay, like some of the behind the scenes.
Do you think that was true, or do you think somebody just like made that?
Oh no, the dev actually came out and said that was actually somebody part of the development of the game that was part of their team, and they had to fire him and all that other nonsense.
Is that the stuff there? The leak? Because I probably missed that, or because I've seen so many videos of people, like there's fans that are making like fake videos, like mock-ups or concepts of what it should look like.
No, it was like one of those videos where it showed like a basic breakdown of a model of how like the behind the scenes of it being developed.
Okay.
Showed like pretty much like a rough draft of what they was going for, because I know, as far as like everybody knows, like this new GTA is gonna, as far as the story, you can bounce from like a male character to a female character. It's like two characters that's like during the story mode. That's one thing that's out there right now. But
do you think they're gonna have multiple stories and characters like they did for 5, or they're gonna stick to one person?
Yeah, I think more so they're gonna go for like the duality of like switching between characters. I think they're gonna go for that kind of idea.
Yeah, I think the one thing that was like appealing about the story as far as GTA 5 was the fact that they were able to like bounce back and forth between different characters that had different like skills and abilities, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, makes
Like
sense.
what was it? I think his name was Franklin, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's
Franklin was able
Franklin.
to like slow down time a little bit when you're driving, so you can like hit certain like corners and avoid cars.
Right.
It's like Franklin, Michael, and I forgot the other guy's name.
Oh yeah.
Was it Trevor? I think it's Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor was the trailer park guy.
So I haven't played GTA 5 in a long time.
Yeah,
like
same.
probably around when it first came out was the last time I played it. Because I beat the whole story, and then I probably did a few heists with multiplayer. But then it died out after a while because they took forever to make new content, and then now they're like drowning people with content.
Oh yeah.
And like you can now do all these mods and stuff, and have so many people on screen and whatever.
They're definitely filling this map out. Look at
So I've heard that they are using the whole world.
oh snap! They changed that building in that corner. You saw that?
Yeah, so I heard, this is rumor, so it could be wrong, but I heard that they're going to try to utilize the whole world, that they were like kind of using like the Google World thing. And, like,
That's cool.
kind of using that, and then you're able to like fly up airplane or drive to different locations around the world. Because they were saying how big the maps are, how much gigs it's gonna take. They were speculating like 750 gigs. That's like you gotta delete everything off your PlayStation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
Damn.
Yeah.
Either that, or you can probably get some form of external hard drive just for that specific game.
Exactly. So you can either get like a terabyte or a 2 terabyte thing, because with that 750 plus
Plus
DLC and updates and stuff like that, it's gonna be well beyond that.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, and another thing is for how much content they say that it's going to be inside. I heard that the price is going to be $150 just for the standard game.
Shit.
That's what I heard.
That is gonna be crazy.
Oh.
How fucking wild is that?
That's a little too much for a game.
That's
like
that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing. What the article said. It was like people are like fighting or arguing about it. Like nobody's gonna buy $150 game, no matter how much fucking content it is.
Right.
If you take these games today that we already have and add the DLC to it, it's the same shit. And
Right.
we only paid $70 for it, and you're gonna
Right.
charge me $150.
Yeah, come on now.
So I mean, you guys are gonna add 750 gigs worth of content. That means that there's more than enough to not have DLC for a long time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna have time to finish or do everything in the fucking game. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, especially given how expansive the map is going to be, based off of what they were telling us.
Bro, GTA 5 alone has so much to do.
They stretch the longevity of that lifespan of that game, man.
Which
It's
is
just
fine
like,
because like GTA like over time was like one of the greatest free roaming games that
Right.
you can play. Like
Yeah.
even till today, like GTA 5 is still hot. Like it's still being charged $60 today right
A
now.
whole decade since it came
Bro,
out.
it's that and then Red Dead Redemption because it's Rockstar. Like Rockstar knows how to fucking make games, basically.
Yeah, they're known for open world.
Yeah, which is not a problem. Like,
Right.
give me as much as I want. I want to be busy with this shit. But $150, dude.
Yeah, because that was the whole idea with the Grand Theft Auto 5. It's like they brought in that online aspect with the DLCs and everything, and they just kept on doing it, and that's how they kept it alive. But
Yeah.
Which is fine.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But don't.
but that's like optional though. It's not like you off the bat paid 100 something for a one
exactly.
game.
I mean, overall, with buying DLC, like I said, makes up for that. Like makes that price up. But
Right.
that you don't. You have the option not to get it. Now you're telling me I have to pay $150 just to get the game.
Right.
I hope that's not true.
No,
Right.
I hope that's not true. And what I'm actually starting to see too is like a lot of, I guess a lot of different animals being implemented. Because I don't know if you've seen that kind of update where they're saying they're going to be sharks. I mean, what's it like? You know, talking about there's going to be a lot of different animals in this game.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think they're trying to go for like the real hyper realistic,
Yeah.
like everything, like motion, animals, things swing to a building. You can see in the building to apartments and office buildings and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's a lot of detail.
yeah, like it gets into detail like that, and then they're doing that with like if they do that with this, where you can go into any building, that'll be sick.
So based off of what you just said, Daniel, I feel like you can agree with me about this, but like when it comes to certain things like that, I love that small attention to detail.
Me too.
Like I love stuff like that because in my opinion, I feel like that just goes to show that you really put your heart and soul into this,
Right.
and then you didn't just half-ass a job where it's just like a blank, canvas that you're looking at in place of a window or something.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. You just showing Vice City. A lot of people are speculating that this new one's going to take place in Vice City again, since like they're going in that whole catalog of Liberty City, then San Andreas. And,
I think that they're all so much in different places that I think you're able to go to everyone.
yeah,
Like
I
all
would like that better. Versus
Yeah,
competing.
that would be cool, right? Like to
Right.
catch
Yeah.
an actual flight over there to
Right.
those cities.
Yeah,
like,
not only
right?
not only that you can go through everywhere in the world, like real places, but you can also go to San Andreas, Vice City,
Right.
Liberty City, like all that stuff.
Yeah, I think that would be
That'll be pretty dope.
Right.
And it's just like how they have like you can pay like a ticket on the train and then take the train. It shows a cutscene and stuff. You can do
Right.
that with the fucking plane, or you can steal a private jet and do it yourself.
Exactly.
And do stuff like that. Like I want more immersion with Grand Theft Auto. Like they did well with Grand Theft Auto 5, but certain things are just they were like kind of being lazy on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say lazy, but they were trying to like cut corners, I guess, for
Right.
time and price, for budget. But like if they're taking this much time for Grand Theft Auto, I mean they have plenty of time to do it.
Right. Exactly.
And they're like we're getting rumors about pricing and how much memory, space is going to take, storage. Like you have that means you're putting so much love into it. There should be
Right.
no issues. There should be nothing. Like you guys have this in the bag, and as Rockstar, I have no doubt about it. I think
they actually was going for something like that where you're saying like a more open world even outside of San Andreas, but they said because a lot of the crunch time of when they was making it, they kind of broadened it out to like because initially like CJ was supposed to travel back to Liberty City and like go back and forth from San Andreas to there, but
yeah, if you played from like 1 to now, they all connect in a way.
yeah.
They all go to each other's places. They all mention names that you were playing from the previous
Right.
game and stuff like that. So I would love to just have you be able to, like, we have a new antagonist. You could go around the world, go to Liberty City, go to, all those old places, and then you can basically do anything. Like, literally do anything. Like,
Right.
go on
Yeah.
buildings.
Dude, there's so much like hype around this game coming out. It's like there's so many people out there that don't even play video games like that. They're excited for this shit. You know what I mean? So they definitely have to make sure like everything's up to par with the graphics.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too worried
mechanics.
about graphics.
Like, yeah, and that's the thing. The graphics aren't going to be the greatest. I mean, I feel like
I
it'll
think
be
for
good.
now, anyway.
Yeah, and I feel like they'll be good, but see, it'll probably look like that relatively. Like it won't be as.
It's
Oh,
funny
yeah.
that, I think it's funny that you say that too because my friend Lamar was one of those people like he stopped playing games years ago and not too long ago he messaged me. He was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, GTA 6 is coming out, so I fully expect you to get like a system or something so we can play together online." And I was like, originally I thought GTA 5 was pretty fun when you got to play with other people, but
Right.
so that aspect of it was fun. But like when you end up playing by yourself, like regardless of how fun the game is, if you constantly play by yourself, you're gonna not want to play it no more.
See, I agree with you 100% because that's exactly how I am. Like there's so many multiplayer games that I want to play, but I want to play with people I know and not random people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want to go back to GTA 5 online and do heists with you guys and shit like that.
we used to do
But
that.
I wouldn't want to do it by myself.
Yeah, because the thing with GTA Online 5 is so many people hacking the game now or like cheating.
Exactly.
And you can, the moment you step outside your house, you get nuked by some drone or some jet or something.
But they did kind of, excuse me, they did kind of do a thing where you could turn it into passive mode and then you're basically see-through and they can't hurt you anymore. So I think they kind of fixed that, but it's just if the people want to take the time to do it, because everybody's
I feel like there's
we're
that,
to the age where we're all
right.
busy with life.
There's
You know?
that, and then there's also the fact that like the whole GTA 5 or the GTA 5 role play thing came out, where everybody just refers to it as just the city.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like it's all like a whole modded thing. Like the phone that pops up is like a some form of iPhone. You have real like actual cars from real life in the game,
Right.
and like it's all role play. So everybody that hops on, the players are what basically makes everything run. So like you have players acting as police officers with like actual police radios.
Yeah, I seen all that.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you have people that are like, that are drug dealers. You have people that are mechanics, like paramedics, all that stuff. So you have people that in the game that basically run it themselves.
Right. Yeah, because
And it's so cool when you look at it like that.
right, because that makes the world feel more lively that
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you-
Oh my god, I gotta shout out to the fucking modders of this world because they do better games than the developers actually.
When that you come across stuff like that or situations just like that, I think it's hilarious because like you have the developers that actually made the game, and then you have people that are just modding it just to make it more fun, and it ends up actually being more fun than the original.
Yeah, look at all the animals, like a deer, dog, cows, bucks, boars.
It's kind of like Red Dead
alligators.
Redemption has all those animals. in
Yeah,
there, and you can
frog,
go hunt them and
iguanas.
stuff.
I think the funny part is like I was so like in my head for a second that I was looking at that and reading it, and I had no idea what I was looking at.
Yeah, these are all the animals listed.
I'm like,
so.
I'm like looking at this list. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Oh, off topic real quick before I forget. It's fresh in my brain. This is for Aaron. Miss you, buddy, but I 100% Spider-Man, and it's an amazing game just to get on your nerves.
that fucking game.
Oh,
Fucking accomplishment there.
he is going to chew you out for that. Oh, Spider-Man is trash.
I'm a forcibly make him watch this episode.
Be like, hey, Aaron, we mentioned you in this, and I want you to watch the whole thing.
No, but San Andreas, it kind of had animals like that too, like wildcats. You can interact with like different animals too. So maybe they're taking tips from that. Because when you look at San Andreas, like that was like the most realistic one, like the most, well, not realistic, but like more you can do out of all of them around that time. It's like you can interact with stuff even more versus like the other previous Grand Theft Auto.
Have you ever gotten attacked by a bobcat in 5?
Oh, in 5? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Try getting mauled by a bobcat
they
in
wreck
five.
your shit in that game, dude.
Is a bobcat or a mountain lion?
No, I
What's
think
one of them?
I think it's a bobcat. Like when you're actually just running up on the mountains.
You're
and shit.
running
Oh,
the hills
God.
doing something, or you're coming from a mission. That motherfucker comes out of nowhere hissing at you. No joke,
Have
bro.
you guys been seeing that trend that's been all over like social media lately, where it's like, oh, show yourself when GTA 5 first came out, and then show yourself now as when GTA 6 is now coming out, and there's like these people look drastically different from when GTA 5 came out. It's hilarious.
Yeah, because it's been a whole decade.
Yo,
since it
it's
came out.
exactly.
Been a whole
it's been-
decade,
It's
yeah.
been so long since the last one came out. People are like changing like dramatically.
And are we? That's the thing. Are we speculating that it's actually going to be coming out next year? It's like that's the biggest question.
I don't think
Right?
so.
Like, I don't know, man.
It's too early.
It's just the first reveal.
I think it could come out next year.
I feel like the first reveal is coming out for December, but that's just to show us like what they've been kind of cooking up.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
gonna be
mean?
a
Like,
teaser.
right?
It's not gonna be like a trailer.
So
Right.
I think, in my opinion, so if we look at it this way, let's say, the whole Rockstar team, they had a certain group of people that was working on DLCs for GTA 5, and then they had another entire group dedicated specifically to working on GTA 6 this entire time. And the reason why I feel like that's probably the case is based off of what you guys were just saying, as far as like they're gonna make it so where like it's an entire world, so where you can venture off to these other different cities and do all these different things. So I think with a world that expansive, it'll probably it'll most likely take them a really long time to
Yeah.
get that done. So that's probably it's probably at a point now where they're like close to the finish line. So now that's why they're probably like dropping some of these little like leaks or so little subtle information and stuff like that. But if I had to take a guess, I'd probably say maybe if we're lucky next year, but if not, probably sometime like maybe 2025.
I'd say probably
That's
like,
just like a a guess, but somewhere between the next year or two.
right. I'd probably say like
Just I think they've been working on it for a long time.
They have been.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe late next year.
That's probably what I feel like. That's kind of like the pinpoint.
Yeah,
where
I
you
think
feel like it
late
might
next
be.
year. Who knows?
Right. What else you guys feel like that they might actually bring to this one that others I guess they haven't done yet? I mean, everybody kind of likes the nostalgic, Grand Theft Auto, dumb, jumping out of
Right.
cars,
Maybe
robbing
they've,
shit. You know what I mean? But like, what else
Right.
can we really see in this one that I feel like they might be?
I think 5 is already good though. So I think just a better story, I
Yeah.
guess.
Maybe I think
Was story
that
good in
and-
5?
It was all right, but
yeah.
you're like dipping between three different people, and then they all meet up together at the
Yeah.
same place, and then it's like I don't know.
I think like one thing that they can possibly do is probably take some inspiration to the the role play servers where, where they have like where they implemented real life stuff like real
And
life
not
clothes, real
modded.
life-
right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they have real life clothes, they have real life like the little phone, like I was saying earlier, that pops up is like an actual like real life iPhone.
Yeah, I like that concept.
Yeah, and
I
then
mean,
they have the real life cars and stuff like that. So like maybe like that they might implement stuff like that instead of like doing like the little the off-brand stuff. But I think if anything for like copyright purposes, I think they might like alter the symbol
Yeah.
of the cars.
Yeah.
It might call them something else, but the design and the body will all still be the same as the original.
But who knows?
If that makes
Maybe they
sense.
have deals with
no,
these
yeah,
companies,
yeah,
and then
you
they
could be
actually
right.
use
sure
their
they
stuff.
can. Yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
Rockstar.
I think
Yeah.
if they did have those deals, I think that would like add that little extra spice to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The little extra attention to detail.
Yeah, basically listen to your what do you call it? Your
What was it? I
Everything-
think in GTA 5, I think it's the T21 or the T20, where it's just the body modeled after a McLaren, where like it can kind of do stuff similar to that, but just implement more of like the real life cars. Because I feel like some of them, you can tell that they weren't like necessarily real; they were just modded.
basically
just for the
take
car. I mean,
everything
for the
that's
game.
modded and make it
not modded.
in game. Make it like actual.
Make it like an official thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'd be cool, like to play like a story, like say if you play as a cop and like the story mode as like a cop or somebody that's like in different positions, like perspective, and they all kind of intertwine.
Yeah, depending on what job you take or what job you want to do or whatever storyline you want to pick, it has its own direct, like separate line.
Right.
Not to cut you off, but I could be wrong because I haven't played that much of it. But didn't Cyberpunk 2077 do that? Where you had those three different
There's
options?
three different
of-
options, but it's only the beginning that's different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's only the
Okay.
first few minutes of the beginning. Once you get your apartment and you meet what's his name, the guy that your friend was with.
I know who you're talking about. I
Yeah,
don't remember
him.
the guy.
So the guy that you do missions with, once you pass that first mission where that intro comes in and they like dance in and they show you like the life, and then you wake up in your apartment and you start your first mission.
Yeah.
That's when it's all the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything before that is slightly different, slightly,
Gotcha.
and the dialogue. They know what you started as. So if you're a corporal, they say you corporal pig or whatever or something like that, or you street kid or something like that. Like they mention what you started with.
Street Kid all the way.
Yeah, I did all three.
I did not.
My original was Street Kid.
Yeah, so it should be like a thing like you get to pick classes, like how RPGs are. That'd be cool too.
I think as far as that goes, one thing that I also liked, I think this might be more of just a my thing, 'cause I don't think you guys played it that much. Maybe you, Daniel, but Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
I have
For
it
example,
on
like
my-
depending on like what race you pick, like let's just say for example, like one of my favorite races I usually pick is the female Majin. And like let's say like you're doing a battle with like somebody like Vegeta or something, like in the dialogue in the
Yeah, they
fight,
mention your race.
Yeah, they'll mention your race, and I feel like
That's it for live.
and like again, I feel like
It's all right,
it
just do
just it goes back to the little attention to the details. Like I like stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do for Cyberpunk. So I like what you guys are saying. I think they should implement that in GTA 6 for sure.
Yeah,
right.
100%. Yep. And I think a wide or a variety of weapons.
Oh yeah.
Not
Yeah,
the
I was
same,
gonna
not
say.
the same generic shit.
Yeah, the assault rifles, the Uzis, the
I
shotguns.
want some crazy shit in there.
Right.
Yeah, not no I'm guessing like not no fucking what am I trying to get at? What was the other Saints Row? Like not on like the Saints Row kind of lane. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Weird I mean, like cool shit, like
right,
like actual, like maybe military shit that
Right.
You know,
that
I won't
they're allowed
lie.
to talk about.
Part of me kind of like felt like I just like somebody just nicked me or something because I happen to like Saints Row.
yeah, but not the newest one. The
I do
newest one
like
was kind of
some-
Oh no,
dry.
no.
Like,
Like, don't get me wrong. My favorite one
Was
to
2 or
to
3?
To this day is
3.
2 and 3.
Yep.
2 and 3 are my favorite ones.
I played all of them, so they're
Oh
all,
yeah,
they're
for
all the
sure.
same fucking game.
I've played all of them too. But like as far as like the overall story and like how you play, like Saints Row 2 and 3 are my favorite ones. And when I found out that they remastered 3, it was game over for me. I was like, yeah, I'm playing this shit religiously. Like I won like I 100% Saints Row 3 like several times.
Also, what would be cool is the amount of things or equipment that you can use, as far as like, for example, drones. You can use drones. You
Oh,
can
that's
use, you
cool.
can use submarines. You can use drive boats, like actual like naval boats and
yeah.
stuff like that. Like big shit like that, or small stuff like how we have today. We have the jetpack things with the arms and stuff like that.
Oh,
You
yeah,
should be able to
yeah,
use
yeah.
something like that. I'm sure there's a mod that you can use a regular jetpack like you did in San Andreas, but you know, but just like modern stuff that we see today, but do the same thing, just slap another different tag on it so you don't get copyright.
I feel like they're gonna try their hardest not to, you know, prevent the modders actually from doing dumb shit. Like I feel like they will probably find a way, of course, they always fucking do.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, like it'll probably be less because like it starts taking the fun out of the game, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
So
like
quick
people think
question.
it's funny, but it's like it's not though. It's
Yeah, especially
stupid.
online.
Yeah,
It
so-
makes you not want to go on.
I don't know for sure, but quick question. I don't remember like specifically what game it was, but I heard that some developers were like trying to hire like the modders that will like that modded the game to like hire them onto like their crew to help like better
understand the rhythm or something like that. The algorithm.
it was either that or like just get some of their ideas so they can help, you know, build the game type stuff, but will like officially instead of for just them being like their own little thing modding the game for other people, for other players.
I think you're talking about Cyberpunk 2077.
Is that what
Yeah,
what that
they-
was for? Because I remember I heard that about something. I just don't remember what game they were talking
Yeah,
about.
because they had like modders work on like their ray tracing with
yeah,
AI
they
and all
hired
that.
modders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Because the launch was shit.
Yeah, they should definitely start doing that. Like developers, especially like Rockstar, like with like early release of like bugs and everything, handling things like that. Like they should definitely get like modders on the team for things like fixing bugs and glitches and
Yeah, because we are probably going to face some real difficult issues at first at launch, right?
Right.
Like we're probably not going to get full 60. Let's be honest. I feel like if Aaron was here, he'll probably be the advocate for that.
Yeah, like if you just
they-
remember how
they-
27 Cyberpunk 2077 came out, how like
It was
console
terrible.
players, like it was like you're looking at Legos.
Yeah,
it's
because
it's
Everything looked like Play-Doh.
It's Rockstar. I think they'll give us a mode that you can switch to,
fidelity
and,
mode?
and performance.
I hope so.
That'd be
I
dope.
really hope
I
so.
do performance on everything. Fuck that fidelity.
Yeah, I was gonna say like because I mean your stuff you
it,
only
it
get
looks nice, but I like the frames.
you're sacrificing one like either graphics or frames. You can never get both.
Yeah, like for that's actually one of my favorite things about my laptop is I have the Armory crate, so I can just turbo my laptop so I can get more performance out of it for any game that I play.
We lucked out with Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I
we
played
did.
Spider-Man in 120 frames, and that shit still looked beautiful.
It still looks great. Yeah.
You know, I see a bunch of like YouTube shorts of like people playing Spider-Man of them just like swinging and flying around through the city, and that game looks beautiful.
It's great.
and don't get me
so
wrong, I've
great.
never played it, but I've heard amazing things about
So
it.
amazing.
Like I don't think I've heard one bad thing about the game so far.
Game of the year.
Aside from
we
of course,
did.
Aaron. Aaron's the only person that I hear bad things about Spider-Man for. Aside from him,
because Aaron-
like
If it's not Metroid, he doesn't like it.
Or if it's not from 2006.
or from Nintendo.
We love you, Aaron. All right, so that's pretty much it to talk about that. We have nothing to go off of.
Yeah. that's-
Just thoughts and expectations, our opinions on what should be in the game, what shouldn't be. But what's weird is Madam Web. Like, what the fuck was that?
Dude, I just saw
Hell
the trailer
no.
for that. I think yesterday or the day before. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, it actually caught my interest. From like all jokes aside, I actually want to watch that now.
Oh, really?
Like in my opinion, like, and this is just my opinion. You guys might disagree with me, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like in my opinion, I thought it had like an interesting like detail to it, where it was kind of like. I mean, never mind. He's about to pull up the trailer, but like you guys, might be able to agree with.
It's 50 Shades of Web.
I was gonna say it looked like a CW. That's what it kind of
No, but that's the girl who played in 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh yeah,
Grey.
no.
I said
even
gay,
the music
sorry.
they played and the intro.
Your true
sounded
thoughts came out, Daniel.
No.
Like the intro music sounds like it's from 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. But I know nothing about Madam Web and all their characters in that verse, but
Oh no, don't get me wrong. This is the
I
first
have-
I'm ever hearing about
I have
this.
no idea what's happening right now. It's the most confusing thing in the world. For
Yeah,
me.
like when I first heard of Madam Web, I had no idea. This is the first time I'm ever hearing about this character. But when I did watch the trailer, it did interest me. I won't lie. I think I'd give it a shot.
I'm pretty. Oh,
The most I know,
my ear holes.
the most I know about Madam Web is from the '90s Spider-Man cartoon because they briefly talked about her in there how she was like a mentor to him, but that's about it. And obviously, she's trying to intertwine the Spider-Verse.
So from what I heard, and this is coming from the source is Alex, my brother, that Madam Web is in the center of the Spider-Verse.
right,
So they're all just different versions of Spider-Woman.
What confuses me is that. So, are we talking about a
at that.
younger
That's
version of Madam Web? Because I have an understanding of her character.
I think
like,
they're all young because the guy, the Ezekiel dude, he's supposed to be a lot older in the comic books, I think.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this might more or less be kind of like an origin story, kind of like
yeah.
kind of like what they do with the Eternals, where they was like they're like it's a known character in the comics, but like it's not a very known group of people.
Yeah,
where
the
like now they're trying to
Eternals.
give you like an introduction to them.
Yeah, Eternals
I think that's what this is.
Yeah.
Where it's just an introduction to the character and her first finding out that she has these abilities.
Bro,
And
if
it's
I
just her
didn't
starting out.
read the title of what it was, I probably would have thought this is a new Final Destination.
I would have thought it was a
Tell
CW.
me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. It's actually really confusing here.
Because it looks like she sees the future.
And then she sees
and
the
then,
present.
And then goes back to the present and is like, this is going to happen.
It's either that or
See?
some kind of Lifetime show.
It's seriously, it's a soap opera.
Right. I'm like, bro. It's just the way it's shot. I just don't like. It's like, bro.
I'm very curious on how these motherfuckers get their spider powers. Because they come out of nowhere with powers.
Yeah, it's all and it's the whole metaverse thing.
Maybe
I feel like
they'll-
Marvel
you know-
should have dropped that concept.
Maybe they'll talk about it in the movie. They'll explain a lot of things.
Right.
But what I'm kind of hoping that they do is that like if it is like
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like I hope that what they're gonna do is like they'll in the movie they'll better like explain it than they did with the Eternals, because with the Eternals I feel like what they should have done with the Eternals was they should have made it like a TV series, so they had a prolonged period of time to fully explain the characters, where they come from in that world,
Like, look at
instead of just coming out with a movie where a lot of things are still left unexplained to people who's never heard of them before. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm hoping that they kind of rectify that with this movie, where they
So-
actually explain some of their origins and powers.
So I read that Madam Web is going to be a part of the Spider-Verse as far as like with Tom Holland and Venom.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, so this is connected. This is supposed to be canon to the MCU.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you look at it, all of it is webs. He looks like a jacked up Spider-Man from a weird.
I think
I'm sorry. Jacked up Spider-Man is the wrong term. I feel like it's like he potentially could be like one of those Spider. Like he gives off Spider-Man that are just like he's been through so much that he just doesn't care anymore.
I think we're getting too much spider stuff.
I just feel like
Way too
what
saturated.
does this have to do with anything? No one cares.
Well, we don't know the full story yet, so this might
Right.
have like an important role.
But how? Because the thing
Exactly,
is,
that's where we're confused.
yeah, we're confused because like, and another thing too, like it's from Sony, right? So it's not really like it's Marvel, but I'm saying it's not like how the other Marvel's movies would connect because
to be
Venom
fair-
has its own fucking story arc.
Right.
To be
Yeah.
fair, wasn't it Sony that came out with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Because that movie was phenomenal.
Yeah, Sony did do that.
Sony did do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that movie
So
was phenomenal.
did you
If-
guys see Across the Spider-Verse?
I have not yet.
I have, yeah.
I've
You've seen it?
Oh no.
I've
Okay. Do you-
for
I have it. Yeah.
Real quick, do you know that part when they're on the train and
Yeah.
Miguel's talking to him?
hmm
So he was like, Miguel was telling him, this is a meme, by the way, I'm trying to tell you. So Miguel was telling Miles, he's like, stop making Spider-Man movies making fun of this. Like, stop making, like, going off track of Spider-Man. And then Miles was like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah.
And it's like Sony's logo on his face. Because Sony's always going off like
They're
track.
doing their own thing.
Yeah, they're doing their own
Right. Which is, that's why I'm kind of like, what is this going to be opening up for us? Right. Like,
thing. The Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Like a live action Spider-Verse.
I do got a theory
oh,
too. 'cause
no, it doesn't.
Why couldn't they just stick with like the Miles Morales across the verse?
I mean, the concept of Madam Web too is that, you know, from my understanding, because I only can go based off what I've seen from the Spider-Man animated series in the 1990s and shit, right? And her concept is always like kind of bending the future and the past, right? Because she's always trying to make sure, like, mostly just for Spider-Man. I don't know if any other fucking like the X-Men or anybody like, you know what I mean? It's only just spider shit, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like in general. So I mean, like she's always trying to make sure like they're on the right path, or you know,
Isn't
she's
that
trying
kind of what Miguel does,
sort of, right?
He tries to keep the timelines right.
Yeah, so that's kind of what her purpose is like on an actual different scale.
You know what I find?
You know what I mean?
Based off of not like it's kind of it's related, but it's kind of sort of not. But like as far as like the whole thing with Miguel in that movie, I find it hilarious how, just like how you said, what Miguel does is that he makes sure that the timelines are corrected, right? And, you know, there's how they're supposed to be. And there was so many like, you know, people out there that were like, you know, giving so much backlash towards the movie because they're like, oh, Miguel's racist because, you know, Miles is black type thing. Like, no, that's not it. Miles is an anomaly. He wasn't supposed to exist as a Spider-Man.
No.
And first of all, he's half black and half Hispanic.
Exactly. So like that's what I'm saying. Like, where does the racism come from? Where are you getting that idea from?
Fucking color skin.
Long story short, I just feel like, you know, we have way too many people watching the universe. You know, you got Cable. You got who's that? Who's that other guy from the X-Men that usually goes back in time? I forgot his name.
Xavier?
No. He's like, he has that tattoo on his face.
An X-Men. That
Yeah, it's on the X-Men animated series. I forgot his name, but he goes back and forth to time too to make sure like the assassination.
know who that is.
I forgot his name, but you have way too many people that are kind of doing her job already as it is. It's
Yeah.
I
like,
mean, okay, hold on.
I think her purpose is just for all the spider.
Yeah,
people.
I think if you really want to think about it like this, we also got to look at it this way, right? In these, you know, in the Marvel universe, there's a bunch of extremely
Bishop. That's what his name was. Bishop.
There's a bunch of extremely powerful people in the Marvel universe, right? So, in my opinion, when you look at it from that perspective, and trying to protect the timelines and all that, because like for example, in one of the animated series with the X-Men, Xavier was one of the people that would go back in time.
Like Alex.
He would like bounce back and forth between past and the future times to like, you know, because there was a future timeline where the Sentinels kind of like exterminated almost all the mutants and they're kind of like it took over the world.
Yeah.
And he would kind of like go back and forth in time to try and like, you know, prevent that from happening.
Right.
So like, you know, there's that aspect of, you know, of time patrol because again, Sentinels took out mutants from all over the world. The mutants are supposed to be powerful people and they're almost all wiped out.
Yeah, that's why they had to make their own civilization.
Yeah, so it's like
I never understood the whole mutant thing.
So when you look at it from that
Yeah, it
aspect,
gets
right?
It's
there's
pretty
like
good.
people with powers, but they're not considered mutants. So does that mean that mutants are born with power? and
Maybe
then
it's like
and
it
then
has something to do with like
regular-
genetic code.
Yeah, and then regular people are like they just get the power like in life.
Yeah, we start getting like confused.
I think mutants is they were born. It's in their DNA. Like they were born with
Right.
that power.
But my question to the whole Madam Web thing is just like how, I mean, she is an iconic character from Marvel, but I just feel like, why are we telling the story from, I'm guessing like, you know, they want people to know her concept or something. That's cool. I mean, I just don't think like a lot of people don't really care
I think
enough.
it could be
right?
that, or maybe they're just like trying to expand the Spider-Verse a little bit more.
Like the trailer looks boring, dude. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Like
what I think they're gonna do
Like
is
the Marvels.
because there was
that was a flop. Like
Yeah.
it was a Spider Girl with an afro in the Madam Web trailer, and she also appears.
And across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, across the Spider-Verse. So I'm thinking they're gonna bring Miles Morales into live action for like the next Spider-Verse, and then they're gonna try to end the
we're going way too far though.
I feel like they're gonna do that. They're gonna bring a live
I
action.
think they are-
I'm not.
Spider-Man.
They already announced that they were trying to find a Miles.
Oh, Miles.
I'm not opposed to that idea. That's not a bad idea, but it's like I feel like we're still going way too far off the grid. Like,
So
Yeah, I agree. I feel like they should just stop this whole metaverse thing. It's going too far.
Deadpool's got to come out next year, and Deadpool's gonna fuck everything up.
Yeah, he's gonna break the fourth wall, and it's gonna break.
He's gonna break all the fucking walls.
right.
Fourth wall break instead of fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls.
Yeah, he's hilarious. I love Deadpool.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds was the absolute best person for that.
I think
Have you guys heard of that before, where Ryan Reynolds was actually mentioned in one of the Marvel comics by Deadpool?
I wouldn't put it past
yeah.
it.
No, like legit, it's an actual thing.
I-
like Deadpool mentions Ryan Reynolds in the comics from years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say all the characters in the MCU have not been picked any better. Like I think they're all like their characters.
Right.
So
But I just don't see.
I
like-
just don't see the story. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
where
what
the
I'm
story's
trying to get
going.
at. I don't get it. I don't understand what line are we going in. Like
Maybe they just don't want to show us in the trailer, which is fine. Because I like trailers that don't show you too much, and you're confused.
What was it? Spider-Man Far From Home, or I'm sorry, No Way Home with the 3 Spider-Man? They did that in the trailers, right? Where like towards the end fight scene where they're fighting all of the bad guys together, they only showed Tom Holland, but in the trailer. But when you actually watch the movie, it's all 3 of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something like that where they are trying to avoid giving you that timeline to keep you on your toes.
Makes sense.
To like keep you on the edge of your seat, so you're still invested. Like, I wanna see more.
If you think about, sorry, it's so loud. If you think about it, there are fans who figured it out before it even came out.
before
that's
it came
true.
out.
Because they
That
were
is
like,
true.
oh, why did Lizard look like he got kicked in the face and there's nobody there?
This is a completely different story arc, though, that we're starting with Madam Web, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I'm
Just
being
to tell
honest
her
though,
story.
Just to tell her, no, but not just to tell her story. I feel like if you're gonna bring her character to the big screen, she has to play some sort of big role in general.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, if you're just gonna bring him to the screen just
Yeah, I
to
think-
introduce him, no one cares.
No, I was about to say. That's actually what I was about to say. I think the reason why they might be introducing her is because maybe she has like a bigger or more pivotal role in the entire Spider-Verse.
Like Loki.
Kind of, maybe something like
You know,
that,
I know,
where they're giving. She actually has more power in that verse than we think.
And that's the thing.
Her.
If we're bringing her on board, it's kind of like, all right, so are we going to be following some sort of comic book arc, or are we actually just starting a whole new arc?
I
in
didn't-
general?
That's a good question.
I didn't
'cause,
even know who she was until this.
This movie. Oh,
No, yeah, I
she's
was
been
the same
around.
way.
She's been around from the '90s, man. She's been around for a long time.
So honestly, it could be like I said, what Daniel said earlier, where
she's old.
where she's more at the center of the Spider-Verse. So if that is the case, and she is the center of the Spider-Verse, maybe she actually does have a more pivotal role in all of this, and maybe there's a certain aspect of her where she's extremely powerful, and we just haven't seen that just yet.
That'd be great. She goes back in time just to actually renew. What's his name? The guy that the kid that actually did the last Spider-Man. What's his name?
Tom
The actor.
Holland?
Yeah, to renew his contract.
Yeah, I was about to say they
Oh,
probably.
he was a great Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, but he's done though. He doesn't want to go back
He doesn't want to, but
No.
he signed for like 3 more movies though.
for more Spider-Man.
He has like 2 or 3 more movies.
Yeah, so I-
He's done, man.
contract.
He's done.
They even mentioned him in the Spider-Verse too. From what I hear,
He's done, bro.
They mentioned his.
Yeah, no, he definitely said that he doesn't want to be doing Spider-Man in his 30s, but he's under contract already to do 3 more movies.
Yeah,
So I have a feeling what they're gonna do is like once the contract's up with Sony for the Spider-Verse, they're gonna bring Miles Morales into live action with the Marvel. They're gonna bring it over to Disney, and then they're gonna bring Madam Web over to Disney as well.
I think
from
that's why
Sony.
they have to make Miles Morales show, because Miles Morales is supposed to be the Spider-Man now.
Right.
He's supposed to be taking over Spider-Man.
Yeah. So
I mean,
feel
technically
like,
speaking, if you think about it, he kind of already did in Into the Spider-Verse with his first movie, where there was already a Peter Parker there, but Peter Parker ended up dying, and
But
he took over the mantle as
if you
Spider-Man.
notice, there's a pattern there, because even in the game, like in Miles Morales, his own game, like he had his own game.
yeah.
Spider-Man went on a break, and then Miles Morales was taken over.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So maybe that's probably what they're doing, where he's taking over the mantle.
So
as the new
I'm
Spider-Man.
gonna just spoil it. I don't think you guys are ever gonna play it because you don't have PS5s. But
I do not.
yeah, so in this one at the end, Miles Morales, Peter Parker tells Miles that I need a break, so I'm pretty much done doing Spider-Man. And then Miles is like, I'll take over. I got this.
Oh.
And then you're playing with Miles Morales. And then the developer says, moving forward, the newer games of Spider-Man is just Miles Morales.
So I have a quick question for you, Daniel. Since obviously you played it.
I can see that.
He's the cooler one anyway. He has all the powers.
I think I lost my train of thought.
Take your time.
You
They
had a break
nerfed
for it.
him. They nerfed
I'll
Spider-Man. They're
remember
bringing
it.
Miles Morales.
Yeah.
I don't
Well-
necessarily agree with that, but I mean they've been doing it with all the other characters anyway, so I guess they're gonna tokenize everybody else.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I remember my question. So Daniel, was it one of those things like with Peter and Miles? Like, did they have like a mentor like student type of like relationship where he kind of like helped introduce Miles and helped help him understand his powers and abilities? Was there something like that in the game?
Oh, yeah,
When you played Miles, the Spider-Man Miles Morales version,
Uh-huh.
he kind of already had his powers and knew what he was doing. It was weird.
Oh, okay. So, because remember, when we watched the movie, when he first got his powers, he was confused, scared because he had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, in the movies,
and
yes.
and
in
you know,
the
and
game
Peter
is different.
No, I know. I'm just trying to see if there was some form of like connection that was similar to
No,
that.
so in this second one that I just finished, they were more like brothers.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
they were looking at each other like, I got your back, you got mine. The whole time.
Okay, so
They were learning off of each other.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Because like I know like for the most part, Peter Parker has always been like more or less the original Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And in almost every timeline, he's been Spider-Man for years, and then
Mm-hmm.
Miles is just like the new person that's coming in. So like maybe that's probably what's going on in the game, and this as far as the aspect of like Peter's like, okay, I think I want to
Yeah,
take my
but
break, and then he's like, and Miles is like, okay, I could take over and basically
So in the
keep
games,
the
Peter
Spider-Man thing going.
Peter was just tired for doing it so long that he finally has somebody that does it already and knows
Yeah.
what to do. So he was like, "You can take over, bro."
Yeah, like in Into the Spider-Verse, from the other timeline, Peter B. Parker, the one with the
yeah, yeah.
what was, he had the timeline with I'm sorry, not the original timeline, but the one with Miles Morales. That Peter Parker was only Spider-Man for I think 10.
Yeah.
Bro, they need to stop Spider-Man. Like after,
But he died though. That's why.
Yeah,
that's why
unfortunately,
that's why
that one
Miles
was
took
sad.
Over.
But that's the concept of her character in general. Is just to make sure like she's always guiding. I'm guessing not just Spider-Man. I don't know what particular people that she targets to make sure that they're always on a balanced scale.
Again, I'm hoping they actually
But-
explain that.
But I just feel like was she that much of an iconic character? Because that's what she looks like in the animated series.
Yeah.
She's a lot younger in this one, obviously.
You really meant that she was older.
Yeah, dude, she's Madam Web. It says in the name, so it's like it's a lot of more older. And look at the comics, like you
Well,
kind of
yeah,
see
when-
that she's more older.
When you phrase it like that, it definitely makes sense now. But
Yeah.
Man,
So it's like I'm just saying, what was the reasoning behind wanting to create a film about a character? She does play a big role in the Spider-Man kind of
that's the
story.
Maybe they explain
But
that to expand the verse
like
a little bit more.
like Danny just said, or Don. It's like we're exhausting it so much though.
Yeah,
We
they
already
need-
had we have what the Incident of Spider-Verse. We had the movie.
we had
We
Super
got the
Spider-Man.
game.
We need to stop with just cut Spider-Man off. We had enough
okay.
Spider-Man.
No, listen. If you really want to think about
Fuck.
it, they do the same thing with Batman. Batman has a shit ton of movies. He has a bunch of
But they
games.
don't go nowhere.
But no, but this is my point. They're doing the same.
True.
They did the same thing with Batman.
Yeah, they need to venture off
Yeah.
to new characters now. It's like
But if we want to use that argument, look what's happening now. They're introducing a new character, and you guys are all losing your shit.
It's still part of Spider Verse. Is
Like-
the point what he's saying?
No, but in general, it's a new character, quote unquote.
We'll see how she
this-
does.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna still like give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Yeah.
And if it flops, it flops, and then we can talk shit. But if it doesn't, and it's actually kind of decent, then we can be like, all right, cool. They actually,
I'm with
they,
you.
Yeah, they had something going on.
I'm with you.
That's all I'm saying is like,
Give it a shot.
All I'm saying is give it a shot, see where it goes. If it flops, we can talk shit.
it's like
if
a
it doesn't, we can pipe it up. You know what I mean?
no.
It's like a new person coming on an audition. You're like, you know what? They might be terrible, but we'll give them a shot. Let's
Yeah,
see
it's
what.
like when you hire
I'll
someone new for a job and you find out that they're a horrible job.
No.
They're a horrible employee.
Nope, I gave Sony and Disney enough shots. At this point, I'm only gonna get Deadpool a shot, and then if they mess up Deadpool and
There's no way
Wolverine,
you can mess up Deadpool.
if they mess that up, I'm done with Marvel completely. I'm just not gonna watch any more of their movies.
I
Fuck
feel like
it,
the
I don't
one.
care.
I feel like the only way that
Like
they
I'm
can mess up
frustrated
Deadpool
with
is if they stop using Ryan Reynolds.
Bro.
If they stop using Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool, that's when they mess up.
Nah, they're not gonna mess with Deadpool. Deadpool's funny as shit.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If like, because basically what I'm getting at is Ryan Reynolds is the perfect person to use to play
Ryan
Deadpool.
Reynolds alone is funny.
Exactly. Every movie he's in, even in the Blade Trinity movie, he had like it's supposed to be a serious vampire movie. He had jokes all throughout the entire movie. No matter what movie he's in, he's always had funny things to say. so in my opinion, he's the perfect person to play as Deadpool.
Yeah.
So like the only way that they can mess up Deadpool is if they stopped using Ryan Reynolds for that role.
I have to
or
watch.
if
I
they
have
make
to
it,
watch this
or
anyway.
if they make it PG-13
Doesn't make
and
a
try to
difference.
water it down.
It's
and,
MCU. I gotta watch it.
Right. Well, in my opinion, I feel like just kind of not. I don't know if that's what Daniel just said, but like it's the MCU. I highly doubt that they're gonna stop with like the whole PG. I doubt they're gonna do the whole PG-13 with somebody like Deadpool. Like it's Deadpool. Look at his character. You can't PG-13 that.
yeah.
And even if you can only PG-13 but so many things.
I would say that, but they said they was gonna do that with Daredevil coming up. Like they're gonna make that PG-13. With
Okay, well Daredevil, I can
Terrible
kind of,
already.
I can kind of
Fuck.
get the
I
the
never
Daredevil
really liked
thing.
Daredevil. I don't even give
But,
a
like,
fuck about
What? You didn't like the original like the Daredevil back in the early 2000s?
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You didn't like it?
Okay, in
I
my
just don't like Daredevil.
Yeah.
It's
so okay,
He's boring.
so in my
no
there,
thanks.
okay, so in my opinion, Daredevil, like again, just my opinion, the certain aspects of his character are actually pretty cool. The fact that like he's blind, but it's technically not, and the fact that he still sees, but everything's like on fire type thing.
He has
But
like a
all his
sonar.
other senses are like through the absolute roof, to where he can catch projectiles just because he can hear it. And then on top of that, like his fighting abilities, it was actually stated in the series where by that guy who trained him that Deadpool is by far one of the best fighters he's ever seen because of that aspect. Like, remember when they did the whole like
Deadpool was a trained mercenary.
no, I'm talking about I'm sorry, I might have said the wrong person. I meant Daredevil. But Deadpool too, don't get me wrong, Deadpool is one crazy fighter. But like as far as like Deadpool's, I mean, sorry, not Deadpool, Daredevil is concerned, like the
Matt
person
Bardock.
the person who trained him, the guy Styx.
Oh yeah.
He,
his
like
trainer.
remember,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
remember when they did that collab between like with the Defenders, that TV series
Yeah, that was
where,
dope.
where
Yeah.
Daredevil fought Iron Fist. He whooped his ass,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to be the Iron Fist, the protector of whatever, and you got your ass whipped by a blind guy. Like, bro,
He has no powers. So.
exactly. He has no powers. He whooped your ass.
They,
Like that's
he has
crazy.
Like he has like a sonar thing that he can.
Yeah, I mean higher senses of hearing and smell. I guess.
That does a
but,
long
like,
way though.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
that
it does,
but
100%,
Yeah, but
'cause-
he doesn't. But Iron Fist has powers though.
He
Exactly,
he
but
has
as far
one
as hand,
Iron
no,
Fist.
but the thing about it though is like when it came to that fight, it only really comes down to just hand to hand combat. And
Yeah.
Iron Fist is a formidable fighter. Don't get me wrong, but when in that fight, we saw he doesn't hold a candle to Daredevil. He got his ass beat.
oh yeah. I could also see them bringing Daredevil into the Spider-Verse too, because he has a lot to do with Spider-Man being like the lawyer, because he's part of like the old Spider-Man cartoon. You will see Daredevil cross over to that universe
Yeah, but,
often. So
That and because since it's all Marvel and since he plays as a lawyer, you could implement his character just by everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
and it'll work because he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And on top of that, since he's a low key hero, everybody that knows that we can be like, oh crap, it's Daredevil. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like in what was it when Far From Home, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
Or the whatever the second Spider-Man movie was, when with Mysterio and they found out
Yeah.
that Peter, the rumors like talking about how Peter killed him, and we all knew he was innocent, but like Matt Murdock came in as his lawyer, and we're like, oh
Right.
crap, it's Matt Murdock, Daredevil, blah. Like,
Yeah,
we all, like,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
So they're
Yeah,
already
Matt-
leaning into that. like,
Murdoch
showing
came
them.
out in No Way Home.
It was No Way Home.
It was the last one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what
It was the beginning of the last one because it takes place right after the second one.
Yeah.
But like the trailer, dude, just coming back, it just looks boring.
Yeah.
Like it just looks
So,
like
What
yeah,
do you think? What do you think moving forward? What do you think Marvel's gonna start looking like?
I'm hoping that they don't just start pulling shit out their ass.
we really have to get past this Kang Dynasty
Angel,
shit.
They're already doing that.
No, what I mean is that if it gets worse,
I
that's
feel
what
like
I'm
we
talking
just
about.
have to get past this Kang Dynasty
No,
shit first.
Kang is dead. It's done.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, huh?
The guy stepped out, and they're not doing it because of everything.
Oh,
that's
because
going on
these legal
with
issues, right,
Jonathan
that he was
Majors,
having.
Yeah, they said they're killing. the
Are
whole
you
Kang
kidding me?
dynasty. I think that's why they did the Loki thing. Loki.
Oh my
What?
god!
I think
dude.
that's why they made Loki take control of the timelines, and now
You
Kang,
can't just
Kang
pull.
is gone.
You can't just
Okay,
pull
hold
the
on.
plug right
Hold on.
in the
What-
middle. Of
I feel like I have to say this. I have to say this,
That's
right?
what I said.
So okay, so if we look at the Infinity Saga, right, the big baddie of that entire Infinity Saga was always Thanos, right? The whole big thing was the Infinity Stones, how they're like some of the most powerful things in the universe type thing.
They led up to Kang.
No, but hold on, like because I'm getting to that, right? So they were like doing all this build up with Thanos and how powerful the Infinity Stones were. They were trying to implement that so much, just to find out that when they introduced Kang, that they're basically like, yeah, those Infinity Stones are basically paperweights now. That they mean nothing as far as power compared to this person. How can you hype somebody up that much to show how powerful that person could be?
Just make them disappear.
Just to be like, yeah, we're done with that.
They're gonna
like,
replace-
what? Are you serious?
You can't do that.
That is going to cause a crazy uproar.
They built up everything to this guy.
Why can't they just get another actor and just paint his face blue?
I had enough with the Kang character as it is anyway. They're gonna replace it with Doctor Doom anyway.
Wait, no, hold on. If it's Doctor Doom, I feel like that's doable, because if you think about it, Doctor Doom is like in the comics is one of the most powerful villains out there.
No, he is.
So to the point where he even became some form of god and he got his own universe type thing.
No.
Like that, you can do something with that character.
But how can we jumpstart? Oh, the Fantastic Four.
Did you guys hear about Pedro Pascal being Mr. Fantastic?
Wait, what happened with the guy from John Krasinski? Yeah,
he died.
But he showed up in the Doctor Strange.
He died in Doctor Strange movie.
He died in that timeline.
Killed him.
Yeah, I was about to say, but there's other versions of him though.
In that timeline.
In that timeline, he's dead.
Okay, no, but hold on. But technically speaking,
they can literally bring anybody they want at any time.
But the thing is, like, technically speaking, you can still use him, right? Because if you look at it this way,
they can, but I think they already made.
No,
this
but
guy.
you're right. But what I'm saying is, technically speaking, they can still use him, because look at Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. There were all the Doctor Stranges. They all looked like that was single Doctor Strange. But when you look at some of the other characters, their counterparts are different. They look like completely different people.
Also,
so technically speaking, you could still use the same John Krasinski to play as
remember John Krasinski was in a different universe. He's not in the audience's universe. The audience's universe is with Tom Holland and all of them.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, technically
Robert
speaking,
Downey Jr. You know what I'm saying? It's with all of them. So that's why new Mr. Fantastic is going to be with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, like our world.
Speaking of that, I also just want to point this out too.
Yeah, that's separate. That's why John Krasinski is not a part of it, because he's from a different universe.
Like Don's like,
hold on. I also
so because they keep intertwining.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
I also want to point this out too, right? The Captain Marvel from our the audience's timeline, drastically much more powerful than the Captain Marvel from the Multiverse of Madness timeline, because if we look at it, she died from a statue falling on her. Meanwhile, ours was like taking out entire armadas in space single-handedly.
I said the same thing. This is getting out of hand.
I think that just goes to show how much more powerful our version of Captain Marvel was compared to that one.
See what happened when Thanos was in charge? It was just a straight kind of line. We weren't pulling plugs. We weren't changing characters. I mean,
yeah, but we can't keep drawing other characters from other universes to ours. Is specific. That's why we have the strongest universe.
Right.
That's true.
It's said.
So can we stay on that?
Yeah, our heroes are supposed to be the strongest heroes.
Actually, I have something that I can back that up. Right. So one of the characters we can look at, Thor. If you pay attention, in every single movie that he's in, he progressively gets more powerful. For example, right. Before the more recent Thor movies came out, when we watched Infinity War, up until that point, that was the absolute most powerful version of Thor we've seen in the cinematic universe. The reason being is, one, he unlocked that new power in Ragnarok, and two, he doesn't have Mjolnir anymore, which actively dampens his power, basically debuffing him. And on top of that, he got Stormbreaker, which actually actively boosts his power, so he's much more powerful there. So in that fight in Wakanda, that was the most powerful version we've seen of him until Love and Thunder, because we saw just how much more powerful he got there. Right. So again, and it's cool because
Thor
like
have you guys seen Loki at all?
I have not. Me personally, I have to catch up on that. I'm getting around to that.
Then I can't fucking ruin it.
Yeah, I was about to say, none of us watched it.
But
you can spoil it. Or no.
Don's like, I don't give a shit.
But the reason why
you're probably gonna see it. Can I just spoil it? Like,
no one cares.
I don't care, but Don.
No, he just.
I don't.
Oh, well then go for it. Go for it. Because I'm interested.
Loki went from being a mischievous god stabbing Thor, playing.
Oh yeah, I
like, turning
think I know where you're
into a
going
thing.
with this because I heard it before. But
So he went from just like a measly god being defeated every step of the way into being the fucking main person to hold the timelines together.
yeah, and wasn't there a scene in Loki, like the actual series, where he got to basically see his last moments where Thanos killed him, and he got to see how like broken apart Thor was over his dead body.
Yeah,
wasn't there a scene like that?
That was the first episode.
Oh, so okay, so that is
because
okay. Okay,
there he was in the TVA, and the guy Mobius, whatever his name is, was replaying like this was your life, this is what happened, and he was just looking at it. But he went from all that to being the most powerful being in the entire universe or timelines. Like he controls the timelines, he controls everything.
You know what I hope they
Like
do?
how do you jump from being just Loki, the illusionist,
the god of mischief?
yeah, the god of mischief, to now
now-
holding you're the fucking world tree. Like he turns into the world tree and controls the entire timeline.
So
Like,
now,
everything.
so now Loki's the big bad now. Probably.
No, he's not bad. He's keeping life together right now.
So he's good now.
Without Loki, we would cease to exist.
Can I ask you guys
So
a
he's
question?
good now.
He's keeping all the
Yes,
metaverse
exactly.
shit all
But
together.
my point is, how did he become so fucking powerful? You know how that happened? Because they just wrote it in because they wanted to.
Yeah, it's plot armor. That's all it is.
So you know what I kind of hope that they do. I feel like this is this might just be a me thing because I'm like a Thor fanboy, but like there's versions of Thor that are astronomically much more powerful than just about every other version we've ever seen. There's one specific Thor that's the absolute like most powerful version of him that we've like ever. But as far as I know, it's only in comics. I don't remember if it's Rune King Thor or a different version of him, but like. He got so powerful that his power even like was above the Eldritch gods, and the Eldritch gods was above Odin, and we all knew that how powerful Odin really was, and you know obviously in the comics, not in the movie, but like in the comics, Odin was one of the most powerful gods ever, to the point where even Thanos was like, kind of don't want to mess with you. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and then Thor got that power to where he was much more powerful than Odin. He was much more powerful than the Eldritch gods, and there's. Part of me really hopes that they kind of do that, but another part of me kind of doesn't, because at that point it's like, who is he going to fight? Or maybe it could be something that where like, and I'm just spitballing here, but like maybe it could be something like where they have a movie that where he's like, it's his journey to that point, and then he gets that power towards the end, kind of like, in a sense, it could be something somewhat similar to like when
Well,
Thanos
it's probably,
was
the
like,
movie's probably gonna be fucked because Watiti's not doing the next Thor movie.
oh wait, I thought he said that he might. Like,
No, he said he stepped
Oh no!
away from it.
Oh, it's
He said
official. He's not.
He's
oh,
not
okay.
doing it.
Okay. Because I heard something that where he was like, "Oh, if I had something to do with like the next, like a Thor 5 or something like that." I heard something like along those lines, but I wasn't sure.
What
if it was, like,
what I read
no.
is that Watiti is not doing. He literally says he's not doing
okay.
Thor 5.
Aren't they bringing back the actor from Iron Man? They
Robert
said-
Downey Jr.
Yeah.
They technically can from a different universe. He'll probably have to change his acting because it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
Same Tony Stark.
I won't lie. Robert
seen
Downey
that
Jr.
recently.
made Iron Man. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
yeah.
And the reason why I say that-
he can literally be an asshole this time around.
Yeah, but the best part about Robert Downey Jr. playing as Iron Man is that, he did a lot of he did a lot of improvising in like the different like bunch of different like scenes, like especially okay for Avengers 1, remember that bag of blueberries that he was eating in the lab?
Mm-hmm.
That's not part of the script. Like at all. It was confirmed that like Robert Downey Jr. would hide snacks all over set, and he would just be like munching on them like in the middle of like shooting a shot. And then the scene where he offered it to Mark Ruffalo who plays as Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
He offered it to him. He took it. Again, that was not part of the script at all.
yeah.
But it's just
that's how you do things in movies.
no,
You
but
improvise.
no. Don't get me wrong. Like that's what I'm saying. Is like that's why he was so good at that character, because he made that character his own to the point where when he would do certain things that weren't part of the script, the things that he would do is like, you know, we can look at it like that's actually something that Tony Stark would do.
Yeah, it's like
You
improv.
know what I mean?
It's improv acting.
Yeah, like it's like he's
from it.
living the role type thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like Ryan Reynolds playing as Deadpool, where he can just be himself. Technically, he's acting
technically
like
himself. Yeah.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's what makes him playing as that role so much better because it's like they live it. You know what I mean?
All right, let's move on to the next topic. Hopefully this one will be quick because I don't really care for this one too much. Honestly,
I didn't even watch the second one yet. The Way of the Water. I haven't watched it yet.
yeah. So this is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, which is the game.
Oh, it's a game.
You guys can get into that with this, and then I'll follow up with that because I have no idea. I seen a little bit of the trailers.
I haven't seen
gameplay and
anything.
stuff. You can go to first and third person, I guess,
Oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
but I don't really care for Avatar.
Playing
As
it,
far as I
honestly.
know, it's like made by Ubisoft and like also it's made on from Real Engine 5, the latest one.
Playing as a 12-foot giant blue peppermint. It must, that must be fun.
Yeah, so it's pretty much like
In my opinion, I feel like if they if they are gonna make a game about Avatar and the Pandora planet, they better make this game look beautiful because when we watched the
it's already gorgeous.
that's what I'm saying because remember when we watched the first Avatar movie that the Pandora world looked absolutely beautiful. There was so many like amazing like visibly pleasing things about that movie that I hope that they fully like capture that with this game if that's exactly what they're doing.
yeah, because a lot of this gameplay looks to me like Far Cry. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like an Avatar version of Far Cry.
Yeah, the actual mechanics. I mean, it seems kind of standard point and click. Like you know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem like it's more complicated. It's your typical, climb shit, look around. That's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like the actual frame rate looks pretty dope too.
I just wanted to like make this known for a second that he was actually playing as an Avatar, right?
Yeah.
You create your own avatar.
But like he was holding a gun.
Yeah.
Now I just want you guys to think about this for a second. How big is that gun? Because that looked like a normal gun.
Yeah, because
but in his hands,
because
just think about how
they're-
big the damn gun is.
They're like fucking like 8 feet tall.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
bro, that gun was probably the length of this table, and it was for them. It was probably like a normal assault rifle or something.
Look at that frame rate.
Ooh,
dipping.
wait, that's not good.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, there's a lot going on in the screen. Look at
Yeah,
that.
no, I was about to say there's definitely a lot going on, and just based off of what the game itself and what it's supposed to represent, I feel like this game is gonna require a lot of power to play.
I mean, if we're struggling, this is PC because you just seen the keyboard pop up. But
Yeah.
if they're struggling like this, what do you think? What do you think GTA 6 is gonna do?
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
No, I really feel like you're gonna need like 4090 for that shit, dude. Like that shit's not gonna run on.
Would that even be enough?
Ooh,
No,
mistake,
probably not.
Mistake right there.
What was the mistake?
He has the freaking whip thing already on his mouth. Like that's what you're supposed to do when you're trying to capture it.
Oh
to
yeah,
bond
that's
with
right.
it.
That's right.
And he walked up to it and it was already on his face.
But maybe it was on his face because somebody else tried to do it.
I don't know. I feel like that wouldn't really necessarily
Yeah,
make
this
sense.
comes out. I think what is it? December
I have no idea.
7th.
Ooh, I do like that attention to detail because that they did show that in the movie. Like when he bonded, the pupils dilated.
You get to name them.
You get to name them. You get to actually change the color, I guess, of them
the
too.
customization.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
It's like GTA for Avatar.
I don't think this game. Yeah, I don't. Me personally, I don't think this game should have existed. I don't think it was necessary. Maybe like as a DLC for Far Cry, but that would have been a more interesting concept versus like a whole game. But I guess for the Avatar.
Oh, I
fans,
see what they.
That's pretty cool. That's cool.
No, I see what they did. He was like he was basically trying to prove the bond, or like where he. That's why they pushed the character off so that the dragon can come down and save him type to kind of like I guess solidify the bond.
Yeah, it looks like a movie right there.
Yeah, that actually looks pretty visibly pleasing.
I do know that the I believe next year the Apple VR comes out. The
This
VR
is going to
Pro.
be a version.
Yeah, they're gonna add this onto it as well.
You know what's popping into my head right now,
one of the
Nick?
first games.
Look at that. It looks terrible.
The only thing that's popping into my head watching this right now, like watching this part right now, just reminds me of that scene in the movie where he
my
first got the dragon.
God.
He was just like, "Shut up and fly straight."
What's going on here? Look. The clouds were still loading. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, they're struggling playing this.
Wait, go back. Look.
Taking this
They're
shit.
loading. Look.
Oh yeah, that's how you know this game is
It's
gonna
still
take a
early,
lot of
though.
power.
They're still making it, aren't they?
No, it's about to come out next month.
Wait, are you serious?
You about to go through the plane right now.
Yeah, this game comes out December. I think the early December.
This looks like an early PS3 game.
This looks like a beta.
Maybe that's probably what's coming out is the beta.
No,
No. Unless it's confirmed that it's coming out.
No, dude, the actual release date is December. Yeah, the game, it will be fully released to the public in
so
December.
is this a full first-person game? And it's
Yes.
like certain aspects.
Wouldn't it
of the
help
third person?
had it been online? Maybe, I don't know.
Nah, I think online would probably make the frame rates so much worse.
Yeah, you have to dumb down the graphics with.
It's already terrible. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I think I kind of I forget who said it over
What
here,
is it,
but
Beacons?
I feel like somebody like you're gonna need a lot of power to play
Yeah,
this.
there's a lot of pop-ins happening here.
Yeah, and then the frame rate drops are kind of noticeable too. So you're definitely gonna need like one crazy PC to play this.
Look, just flying down. It was struggling.
Yeah, I think they focus too much on like the landscape of like the ray tracing and everything, and not like the pullbacks of like the
Wait,
action
what-
animation.
I don't see ray tracing at all.
Look at the gun. Look at the gun.
I was about to say, look at the quality of the gun. This kid, they're struggling playing this right now.
Look at the gun.
Because that's what they were saying during like
Oh my
the showcase
God.
last year of like the beta mode of when they was testing the game out.
Dude, this is bad.
What is this, Assassin's Creed now? See through walls and shit.
There's Ubisoft, so
Oh, it's made by them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said, is this Assassin's Creed now?
Oh my god, they ruined it.
that's what I'm saying. Like Ubisoft haven't been doing too well.
Mirage was alright.
Did you finish it, or are you still playing
I'm
that?
still playing it because I'm trying to 100% that one too. All right.
All right,
Yeah, we get it. There's not too much happening here. I'm not excited for it. I don't care. I probably will never play this.
Truth be told, what the system that I do have will definitely not be powerful enough to play that game based on what we just
Well, that's
saw.
a good thing for you. It saves you money.
Exactly. I'll stick to playing the games that I have.
Yeah, or nay,
You done?
Don.
See
it
it,
looks like a Ubisoft to me, so that's no go.
That's a no.
Nah, bro.
Anything you
Come on.
I told him.
That soon, and based off of what we just saw, here's the thing, right? if you're gonna release a game, at least show a trailer, like a
Was that
gameplay with people
trailer
that's
that you
not
showed
struggling
us
to play it.
Very old, or was it newer?
No, that was actually pretty. That was the date wasn't that bad. Let me see,
How long ago was that?
dude. 2 weeks ago.
Bro.
It's
Bro,
over.
all right, okay. Okay, here's my thing.
This is over.
My thing is like if you're gonna show gameplay of a game, don't show it on a platform to where somebody's struggling to play the game like this person is right now.
Well,
like don't get me wrong.
No,
I see that like
we like this because we need to see the truth.
Yeah.
no, like which is no. You're definitely right. But in my opinion, like I feel like if you're trying to introduce a new game and show off gameplay, you need to like also like put it out there like, yo, this is a very like demanding game, and you need like a powerful like system to compensate for that.
Right.
And then all that trailer was, or I'm sorry, not trailer, all that gameplay is showing us is how, like how demanding the game really is, to point like we're in the game, the gameplay for this, we're watching active frame rate drops, we're watching things still popping up as he's walking,
Right.
like, or flying closer to them. I feel like that kind of like has like a bad taste in gamers' mouth.
It does. And the thing is, I mean, they can actually fix these issues
that
with
a
later
bomb in there?
patches. They can fix these issues with later patches down the road, but
Yeah.
can we actually,
I was about to say maybe it's something like where with Cyberpunk 2077 when it first dropped,
We
it
don't
was
want
having
we don't
crazy
want that to
issues.
happen.
I mean, based off of this, it's going to happen.
did you see the rock just popped up right there?
It spawned in
Right
there.
there. Did you see it? Wait, right.
Oh,
Oh man, yeah, it's looking like well, not probably. Not.
yeah. If we're lucky, they'll probably do a patch later on after the after.
I
the
mean,
game
this could
release
be
to
only
fix
an
that.
issue on PC. I don't know what it'll be like on the consoles. But I don't think anybody's really excited. I thought it was actually just interesting to bring it up because this is supposed to be the last fucking game of the year that's supposed to come out.
I already
Unfortunately,
forgot what we're talking about.
yeah, like it's sad to wrap up.
Hold on, are we
the
not
year.
going to talk about how we took down that entire mech with one?
And first
arrow?
off, I don't think
Well,
nobody's
remember
gonna be.
the arrows are fucking car size.
No, but remember in the movie it took more than that to take one of those out.
And first off, we're not even going to be worrying about this game coming out December 7th because the Game Awards are actually going to be on that day. Nobody cares.
And on top of that, let's be
It
honest,
comes out
like
the same day. Whoa, buddy, come on, you fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's going to play this shit. You already know this is not even going to be at the Game Awards. They're going to be like, no, they wiped their ass with this game. You know what I mean?
Probably would have been nominated anyway if it didn't.
Oh,
come out.
no.
No, they already did the nomination, so it's
Yeah.
too late.
Nope.
Too late.
They probably would looked at this game and they was like, no. Don't you
Not
ever
even put an indie
don't even
nomination.
nah, there's indie games out there that's better than this.
Yeah.
I could just see Aaron if he was here, man, he probably would have just been like, what the fuck is this?
I don't doubt that. Actually.
I can't. All right.
Yeah, this is,
I want to talk about The Last of Us 2 remastered. Why?
yeah, dear God.
I love Last
Don
of
got
Us.
so much to say
I
about that.
love The Last of Us. Don't get me wrong, I love it. And I'll probably be upgrading. It's like $10 to upgrade it if you have it for PS4, which I do.
Yeah, that's the only thing I give it. Is like you get the upgrade if you. Is it only for the disc version that you can do it upgrade?
No, I think it's digital.
It's digital.
Yeah.
I have it
Okay.
digital.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you have it for, but if you have it for the PS4, like if it's digital or disc, it doesn't matter. You still get that upgrade because it's like a patch. They just
Oh,
patch it.
got you.
I spoke to Don about this.
Which is fucked up because they shouldn't charge us to upgrade the
Right.
resolution.
I spoke to Don
Exactly.
about
That
this
doesn't make
on
any
the phone. I spoke to Don about this on the phone, and he goes, "We both actually came to an agreement. We were like, the game came out 3 fucking years ago, and we already got a remaster."
Barely 3. Yeah, it's like, bro, come on.
Wait, hold on. At that point, what are you remastering? It's recent. Like
But the game isn't even bad looking. It's already amazing.
Right.
What more can you add to
It
it?
pushed the maximum of what the PS4 could do. Is like it
with-
showcased like the best graphics of.
Like with Saints Row 3, Saints Row the third. Okay, that one I can understand why you remastered it because that game came out years ago. You know what I mean?
And
But
people are probably thinking this is a fucking new game.
It looks the same. It looks the same.
that's
Truly.
wild.
Yeah, people probably thinking like people who haven't got I don't know who hasn't really played Last of Us. If you haven't, you're fucking I don't know what you're doing. But I just feel like if this is the first time you're seeing part 2 come out and you're like, yo, this is probably a new game. It's
But
like,
it
it's not
makes,
new.
it
Obviously.
makes sense because if people who haven't played this yet and want to play it now on their PS5, they'll just pay regular price. But for an already upgraded version.
I'll do that version. The $10. That's it.
But what they're saying is you don't have to pay. I mean, you don't have to buy a whole new game just to upgrade. You can just pay $10 if you already have it for PS4
Yeah.
and upgrade it.
What are they
I think that's what they did for the first one.
What are they going to do? They're going to tell us like what they did for part 1. They changed what did they do, Don? They said they changed the mocaps or something like that, or like
no, that was with the remake. Yeah, like
I'm saying
No,
they
that
probably
was-
did the
this,
same.
This is a remaster though, not a remake because it already looks good.
Yeah, they just upping the graphics.
The last one
Could they have done that with a patch?
part. But the first one was actually remade to resemble part 2.
right.
So
Yeah.
it implemented the graphics from part 2 to part 1, and that's why it's part 1 instead of just remastered. You know what I mean? That's why it's different because they switched things here. This is just a remaster. That's just upgrading, more performance, more fidelity.
It looks the same though.
Yeah, they didn't.
It's supposed to.
I think why they also charging
They-
like a little bit more is because they added like a little bit more features
They added
into
some.
it.
They added some like additional missions.
Oh man,
and
we already
stuff.
got a thumbnail. We got look Don. We got arms already right there. Look, she got more detail in her muscles.
I did hear that they found a cast member for the live action too for the Abby.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they said they found somebody. For,
Ooh, who is it?
I don't know yet, but
They've been hitting the gym hard, huh?
doing some triceps. The most.
Oh, yo,
horrific
I
part
swear
of
this
them
was the
all.
worst thing about this game, man. I swear they didn't have to do my man Joel like that.
It would have been cool if they
Yeah,
added
see,
like an
like,
alternate ending
They,
to like.
who cares about outfits? First of all,
Yeah, it's so stupid.
a single-
What
What
the
fuck?
it's a single player game.
Yeah, it's like,
She looks more dumb.
bro, why didn't they just work on the online game that they was working on prior?
She looks like Braveheart right there.
But then they canceled that though.
Don, you're talking to a brick fucking wall.
They said, nope, we're not doing that. We're gonna make a remaster,
Look,
just like
see,
we did
but
last
they added
year.
like new levels and stuff like that.
Oh,
that
look, you can
wasn't
play
in there.
more strings on the guitar.
And introducing No Return, a roguelike. Now you got
See, this is
survival
like the
mode.
new mode they introduced
Yeah.
into the shit. Yeah,
It's like a survival
What
mode.
happened to the multiplayer that they were supposed to come out with?
that's what I'm saying. It's like they're supposed to make a whole new game, but
Instead,
instead,
they're doing this.
yeah,
Stop doing this shit.
bro, it's like unnecessary.
Naughty Dog is banking off this shit, bro.
Get the shit out of the.
I
Yeah.
am gonna upgrade because this is an amazing game.
Wait, when are we? Oh, when is this?
My
I'm a little backwards here. Is it January 19th,
January
2000?
19th, yeah.
Why did you do it like that?
I don't know. Fucking know.
All right, January 19th, 2000.
Next year.
You know, people are probably still going to. Is this going to be a game of the year for next year?
They probably would include it.
I mean, they did that with.
That time has passed.
All right, they did that with what was it, Resident Evil 4 remake? I mean, but that was different though.
Oh yeah, that's a
the whole
remake.
complete
Yeah.
actual remake, and they needed it.
Yeah,
right. They
At least
needed
it was after years, not
Right.
like
3 years.
like 2,
I mean,
2.5.
I mean, honestly, we shouldn't have to pay for an upgrade if we already have the game. It should be free. But
Right.
my dumb ass is still gonna get it because I want it. I want the new modes.
At least give us a DLC, like something. Fuck.
There's your DLC. Those new modes.
Just a survivor mode.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
It is what it is, man. I'm not too happy about it, but
I'm not team.
Whatever.
I'm not team Naughty Dog anymore. I disowned them after that shit HBO they put out last year.
You just got off the bang.
oh
You was
no,
like, I'm done.
the show was good.
I
I
don't-
like the
I
show.
don't-
He was like, I'm done, Dan. I'm fired.
They messed
Like,
up the story for that for me.
yeah, you love the fries and the kiss, right, Don? You like that? The kiss of death for Tessa?
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
like, dude.
Yeah, you remember that?
Kiss of death.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I honestly think this was kind of not needed. I don't know.
Are you gonna upgrade?
I mean, it's $10, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Might as well just upgrade.
Yeah, well, for people who don't have it, I wouldn't say do it.
No.
I wouldn't say do it.
It makes sense if the person
Okay,
wants to play it, like, and never played it before.
I say
they
wait for a sale.
No, they're
Yeah.
gonna wait. Yes, but
PlayStation Plus.
but what I'm saying is the remastered is really for
People
who haven't played it yet,
Right.
but they get that new, like, that crisper experience, like
Yeah.
the PS5 experience.
How many times?
Because I'm pretty sure the haptics are gonna be on there now too.
How many times we're gonna keep remaking the same games?
Because I don't think the haptics are on the original.
I feel like they're running out of ideas. That's probably why they. keep
They are,
making it.
man. I just think like they should be like what Don's been saying, focus up on 3 or the multiplayer edition, whatever the
Right.
fuck.
I'm
that
pretty
was.
sure they are doing both at the same
Right.
time.
They just had
But
a
this
team.
they had a specific team just doing this. Little
Hey guys,
thing.
go do that real quick while
Just
we
to-
focus up on this.
just to feed the audience until we're done.
Yeah. Don't worry. We came out with a show. We had a remake last year that came out on PC. So
Because you know what's gonna happen is people are gonna start making videos of that survival mode and be like, oh, I can survive this long.
Probably I could see it
I
on
feel like
TikTok.
that you
That's
guys
gonna die off
basically.
after a
I feel
week.
like you guys kind of agreed with what I said earlier with the whole like the GTA 5 and 6 thing, where they had a team that was still like feeding the audience with GTA 5 and the updates and patches and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then they also had another team dedicated just for GTA 6.
Yes.
I hate to be a part of that team that keeps remaking the same shit.
But
that's just like, damn, I gotta go to work now.
Yeah, I swear to God, I was like, yo, man, we keep doing the same thing over and over
Hey
again.
Kenny, can you release another patch that's upgraded the same one?
Yeah, 'cause-
we used the same one for the last 10 years.
I know, and it's like what the price points. It's like okay, like what Danny was saying was like okay, yeah, that's cool for $10, but like I think
It should have been free, bro. It should have been.
I think free or like
for
at
an
least
upgrade for I've already paid $60 for the first part. I mean, the regular one, part 2. Why do I have to pay an additional $10?
That's why I really feel like that it should just go up on people should just be smart enough to just wait for a sale or PlayStation Plus,
Right.
Because that's what I got mine. I got mine for free
Actually, that's
because it was
my-
on PlayStation Plus.
I have an uncle that does that. So like he does a lot of his gaming with on PC and like let's say if we use Steam for example, like he'll find a game on Steam that he likes, he'll add it to his wish list, and whenever you add stuff on wish list, whenever there's a sale going on for
It
that
lets you
specific
know.
game, it'll like
It emails you, yeah.
yeah. So he'll just like leave something on his wish list for like I don't know how long, and he'll just wait for
Oh,
for,
yeah.
for
That's
these sales.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what I do.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like he does the same thing.
Why
like,
do you
and
think I never
it's-
paid
it is
full
smart.
price for any of my games?
Well, Aaron's probably never mind.
The only 2 games recently that I spent a full price on, and because I really wanted to play it, was Hogwarts Legacy and Spider-Man 2. That's it. Everything else was on sale.
What they should have done, they should have just
Either
bundled
way, I
it
think it's a
into the
smart idea.
PlayStation Plus.
Aaron did-
and
Aaron
then
just gets
had it at his
free.
Aaron just doesn't play the game.
No, he gets it. He's either he don't play
He
it.
don't got a fucking PlayStation.
They should have just put it as an add-on for the PlayStation
He
Plus.
won't. He won't
That's
for
it.
that either. I
No,
guarantee you.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
He's like unless it comes out for Nintendo.
And even if he did, he'll find a way to get it free.
maybe if it came out on Xbox.
maybe if it came out on Nintendo.
Love you, Aaron.
But he never. but he never plays the game. Like he gets it for free.
Yeah, Aaron.
Like
is-
It's gonna come on PC, so
oh, CD keys.
Listen,
2080.
we love Aaron. That dude's a character.
He is, man. He's like our Charlemagne off of what is that? Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
So you obviously not.
No.
Angel probably not. Me and Nick probably yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's
Because there's nothing coming around January around that time anyway.
No, I don't think so. No.
No, this is when we get into Q1, and I think the big games don't start coming out until maybe February, March. I don't know what's coming out next year. That'll be a actually good thing to talk about.
I'm gonna have to just get a whole bunch of old games and just replay them.
Yeah, this is the
at that
perfect
point.
time. It's either around
Yeah.
Christmas time that you actually want to go back and miss whatever you missed from last year,
Yeah.
or like July or summertime is when you actually want to go back.
That will give me more time to start 100%ing the rest of my games.
Yeah. Going through my
'Cause that's what I'm
backlog.
doing.
Andrew, go ahead. You wanted to say something?
Oh no, I was telling you. I was like, I sent you something because I didn't want to like talk over somebody else. So I just like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Neil Dunkman, get it together. I know you're
Oh,
working
yeah,
on
yeah.
HBO, but come on, what the fuck are you doing milking this shit? Stop.
well, that's what they do, man. This is the industry.
Yeah, Angel just messaged me. He goes, "Yo, you should check out. Like, did anybody ever check out the live action role of the Avatar?
Yeah,
Last
Avatar: The
Airbender?
Last Airbender live
I
action
don't give a
series.
fuck about that.
How dare you?
And
Okay,
The
okay,
movie-
hold on.
The movie was bad.
No.
The movie.
first
We don't. No. We don't.
The first one. Is.
Listen. We don't talk about Bruno. All right, that movie does not exist. Just like Dragon Ball Evolution, we don't talk about those.
So this one is like a remake.
No, yeah, this
A
one
reboot. They're
this one is
rebooting.
this one's a series. They're actually doing a series. They actually have a trailer for it already, and I saw it not so long ago. It actually
Then
looks
why
pretty
are they
promising.
making these series look like movies? Because I thought it was a fucking movie, not a
No,
not
it's
a
not.
TV
It's
show.
not. It's not that it's a movie. It's just live action. It's all. It's
Well,
all.
the first one was live action.
And no. Okay, so I did see there was one specific detail in the trailer that I absolutely loved, and and I can give you guys a very quick comparison, right? And in the movie, firebenders, for example, right? They needed a fire source in order to firebend, which was retarded because in the series they make their own fire, right? Now
They all make their own elements.
no.
See, that's
No.
where it's confusing.
There's only two elements that make their own element.
Why?
And that's air and fire.
Why is that only? I get
Air and
I
fire.
I get it. Yes.
And then
okay.
the other two elements are water and earth. Those two, obviously, you need the element around you to make it.
But think about it. Water is always around us.
Technically, and they actually explain that in the series where there's a character that was so advanced in her water bending that she was able to pull the water out of the moisture in the air. But at that point, it just comes down to your mastery of that specific element. You know, if that makes sense.
Yes.
oh, yeah.
So, but that's what's so cool about the show is that they do so much explaining for the fans to understand everything, and the storyline itself was really good. So when I saw that trailer and I saw the like actual firebenders using their firebending, it kind of like gave me hope that they're doing something right. They're on the right track.
Yeah, these are one of the series I don't really care about.
Yeah, I definitely would say it looks better than the movie. Like
No.
as far as like
I'm not
the
yucking your yum.
actors.
I understand it does have a large fan base.
Wait,
but
hold
I
on,
just
hold
don't
on.
like
Can you just say that phrase one more time?
I said it looks more accurate as far as like the actors.
Yucking.
Like, it looks more.
yucking your yum.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
You never heard that?
I've never heard that. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, if you think something's yummy, I'm not gonna be like ill.
Yeah, yeah.
No, like
you never
that's-
heard that term?
No, I've never heard that.
Wow.
I actually kind of like that.
Yeah.
I like that actually. That's a new one for
taught
me.
him.
Well,
You taught him a new.
know.
You taught him. I was about to say you taught him a new word there.
That's funny. I kind of like that. But like in general, like if you watch the actual series, because they add the whole series on Netflix, like the animated one.
Oh yeah.
That series is actually phenomenal. Like I love that series, and
yeah,
the
it's a
few
cool
people
classic.
that I do talk to that has watched it, they all say the same thing. Like people who watched the show, like they, oh, this shit's great. Like the storyline's amazing. I actually found out a little while ago. There was this YouTube channel that does power scaling shit and all that, and he actually delved into just how powerful the Avatar state actually is. And just to find out that you know some people do like the little like anime versus battle, like oh this anime protagonist versus that anime protagonist. The problem with that when they would do stuff about Avatar: The Last Airbender, when they would use the main character Aang, is that nobody really knew just how powerful he really was. So they would put him against people like Gon from Hunter x Hunter,
Yeah.
and then who's like not really that powerful, and then they'll put him against somebody like Goku, who's like a fucking multiverse buster.
They
Oh, yeah.
literally compare everybody
So,
to Goku.
But I mean,
Yeah. Or
to be
Superman.
fair, Goku's just him. But that's a topic for another day. We're not going to get into that.
OP.
But he finally like got into it, just how powerful he really was, and he's no slouch at all. The Avatar state is immensely powerful.
Is it great, right?
No, because you just got to remember that entire like series, like that the mythology that it comes from is kind of like Buddhism, and most people that know about that, the people like the deities that come from that are extremely powerful. So like the Avatar state is not a slouch whatsoever. Like, and there's so many feats in the series itself that if you're paying attention, you're like, yo, that takes some crazy power to do that.
Yeah.
But just in general, like the artwork, the storyline, everything is beautiful about this show. You can tell that they took their time with this.
Oh yeah. It's known as a cult classic.
So the only thing that I can say to you, Daniel, and again, your opinion is your opinion. I will not slouch you. I will not come to you about that. Right. All I'm saying is that if you do have time, give it a shot, and if you don't, again.
When does it come out? I think next year though.
No. I was talking about the animated series. Just so we can like.
I've seen the animated series.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
A little bit. Not all of it.
Then again.
I know. I got enough information to know that I'm not going to continue watching it.
Oh, well, then I was going to say like the only thing I could say is like maybe just give it a chance and just.
It's so good.
I'll probably give the new live action one episode chance, and then if I like it, I'll keep watching it. But
yeah, it's on Netflix.
I'm not really interested in the Airbender.
It's so good. Yeah. Oh my god,
it's
so
like the
good.
One Piece live action is like it looks, the production looks good, but I don't know if the story would hit as much as the animated series.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I was never a fan of One Piece.
Oh, me either.
For some reason, I just couldn't get into it.
I cannot understand why people love One Piece so much. It's blowing my mind. But we're not getting into that.
I mean, in my opinion, you like. Here's my input. In my opinion, you like what you like.
Exactly. That's why.
In my opinion, it's not. In my opinion, it's not for me. I just it couldn't. I it didn't really catch my attention. Like, and I was introduced to it years and years ago. But like again, at that point, I'm like nothing about it really like piqued my interest. And the Luffy's transformations, I think they were like a little retarded. Like he looked like a bouncing balloon. What about that looks powerful? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for example, we look at Super Saiyan 4, that shit is bringing Black Air Force vibes. That man came for a mission and he's getting it done. You know what I mean? And then you look at Luffy and you're like, why are your legs that tiny?
All right, we went way off, but
overall, it's not for me.
Last of Us to Airbender,
the Air Forces.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, when you hear Black Air Force energy, you know what that means, all right? God. And Super Saiyan 4 had it. Let's just be honest.
He definitely had that do-rag on.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, I hope everybody liked that episode. Please comment how you guys felt about the episode. If you have any interactions with anything we said, just comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Angel loves going off.
You know what? I feel like
we're gonna be another hour talking about Dragon Ball.
No. That wasn't my plan at all.
Busting your balls.
I know you're just being a jerk. I know. I love you too.
Being myself.
No, but the only reason why I brought that up was just to use that as a very quick, what's it called, comparison. But overall, like One Piece never really caught my interest.
Oh no!
And the fact that shit has 1,000 episodes,
it's still
over 1,000 episodes. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, do you really need that many episodes to get your main character to become the damn pirate king? Yeah, like seriously, you need that many episodes for fuck's sake?
Not that powerful.
It's funny. It's because it's confirmed that as far as the big three, I think Luffy's the weakest one out of the big three. And when I say the big three, I'm not including Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball, like in a sense, is like the king of anime. But the big three has always been, One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach.
Yeah.
And out of all three of those, I think Luffy might be the weakest one. I think, because if we look at it, and if we look at the evidence, Naruto's like, he's a fucking beast. If we live,
he's literally a god.
Like he's a beast. And not like he lost Kurama, but if we think about it, he still has Sage Mode. And just about every person that ever used Sage Mode in Naruto, they were straight powerhouses. So even then, like Naruto, I don't think he lost that much power, if we're being honest. So Naruto himself, beast. Ichigo, from the jump, we knew he had crazy potential, and then we saw him actively get extremely powerful. I don't know why I'm still talking to the mic like it's on. I'm like this talking. But yeah, I think out of all three of them, Luffy's definitely the weakest one. But now that he has Gear 5, I don't know where he stands on that one.
Yeah, it's pretty much like his Ultra Instinct move.
His Gear 5 is not touching Ultra Instinct. Goku in his base form would absolutely.
They see differently.
Bro. Goku in his. Because I mentioned it before. Like, if we look at 2013, years ago, and keep in mind, these characters actively constantly progress in power. 2013, it was confirmed that his base form like absorb the power of Super Saiyan God. So like every episode after that, that was his minimum power. Like in his base form was that of Super Saiyan God in that movie. So